Good morning, everyone. Hello, everyone. It's Tracy here, Tracy Ward, your catalyst for change. How are you doing? Can't quite work out if this is working or it's not. I've just come out for a walk today, and well, now I can't even see anything. I'll have to go back into the shade, and there's a lot of talk at the moment with the Commonwealth Games about legacy and what will happen after the Games are finished and what will they leave behind. And you know, it's a really good idea for us to think about our legacy, because it's not something that we always think about and consider, really, is it? And yet what I find is that when I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed with a long to-do list and so on, which is, to be honest, how I've been feeling over the last few days, sometimes it's good to take the time out to come for a walk like this in nature and give yourself time to think about the bigger picture. So when I do that, I tend to think about what's important to me in terms of my family, in terms of my career, in terms of, you know, just what I want to leave behind. And so what will the future be like for me in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? So I've got a little exercise for you to do today. So if you want to take part in this, the best thing would be to make sure that you watch and listen to this when you have a few moments spare. Time to allow yourself to think about your thoughts and that legacy of yours. Okay? So if you're ready, let's begin. First of all, I'd like you to imagine where your future is. Which direction is it? Okay? It might sound a little bit of a weird question, but just go with what you feel in your gut. Because mine, it isn't directly ahead of me. It's actually out to my right, diagonally right. That's where I see my future. And yet so often we can look perhaps straight forward and it's not quite the right place. Okay? This may sound a little bit weird to you, especially if you haven't done any NLP training with me or with anyone else. So just close your eyes, take a breath, and just imagine where your future is. Okay? And while you're at it, just notice where your past is too. And now what I'd like you to do is to take a few deep breaths. And just imagine that you go forward into your future. It's up to you how far, 5 years, 10 years, maybe 20 years if you want to. And you may find that that's easy to do, or it just takes a moment to be able to imagine that, but whatever is fine. Okay. And when you're there, I'd just like you to start to look around you and notice what you see. Where are you? Who's with you? What do you notice? And then what is it that you want people to be saying about you at this point? What do you want people to, how do you want them to describe you, both when you're in the room and when you're not in the room? Yeah? And just notice now what you're most proud of. Imagine almost turning round and looking back along that timeline and saying, What are you most proud of in what you've achieved? Take all of that in now. Take another deep breath. And just notice now who you are when you're being your best. Just notice how you've impacted others' lives. And just notice what difference you've made in this world. Take another deep breath in and just allow yourself to absorb all of that. And take as much time as you need before you return to now, knowing what's important to you and knowing where to focus right now. That's right. Have a great day, everyone. I'm Tracy. I'm more than just a coach. I'm your catalyst for change. Have a good one.